everybody. How are you? Hey, listen, so how do we qualify people who want to succeed? You think it would be fairly easy. The challenge is a lot of people want to succeed. They don't want to put it out there that they want to succeed. So if you're in the business model of network marketing, there are a tremendous amount of people who would love to fully understand our business model, but they don't. And they're not going to ask because, listen, let me tell you my story. 4 years ago, somebody came up to me and asked me to join this business. And I swear to goodness, I thought it was an arm's reach away from purse snatching. I would have flippant answers and say things like, geez, I just sold my shopping cart. Like I had to be homeless to be in network marketing. Then the dawn of realization came, and here we are 24 years later. It's the best business model ever, and I don't know any business model that's any better. So how do you qualify people who want to succeed? I guess maybe the better question would be is how do you entice them to take a look at what it is we do so that they don't disrespect it? That's the hard part, is when you have a conversation with somebody who's got some success, been around the block once or twice, and then they look at our business model, and because they haven't been introduced to the professional side of it, they get distracted. So that's the first question I ask somebody. They know I have success, and maybe the hard part is maybe you haven't had the success that you want yet. So now the question becomes is you've got to have some confidence and faith in you, in your capability, in your capacity. So first question you want to ask somebody is what do you know about the professional side of this industry? Not that you're the professional in it, not that you're going to explain to them the business model. You've got people on your team. I've got a door open here, and I don't know if you can hear the birds. It's awesome. So have you ever been exposed to the professional side of this business? Well, they'll probably say, what do you mean by that? I mean, have you gone through a business presentation that's not one about how much money you're going to make or how easy it is or how much it costs? Have you ever taken a step back and understood why the business philosophy works? Now think about that for just a second. Do you know why the business philosophy works? Do you understand the professional side of this business? If not, let me explain it to you. One, we always say there's no employees. And what does that mean to you? Do you understand the additional costs, the additional expense that it has for a business owner that they've got to roll into their business model, into their profit model to pay for the employee, the insurance and all of the different things and the benefits? So when we say no employees, employees aren't a big challenge. It's the ability to create profit is the challenge. So we say no employees, we say no inventory. To a business owner, that seems kind of foolish. It does, doesn't it? It seems kind of foolish because that's how you run a business. You have inventory, you have employees, you have overhead, and you've got to be smart enough to build a business that creates enough profit that fits within the margin of the channel that you're going out to for the cost of it, that it's not overpriced based upon the market you're going to go sell it into. And you then have to become a good business person and figure out how to make profit out of that margin. Right? I don't know if you know this, but Costco says, I haven't seen any books, but I would assume it to be true. I've seen it in multiple places, that they take everything and mark it up 15%. That's it. They operate their entire business model on 15% profit. Doesn't say net profit, 15% profit. So if something's $1, They mark it up to $1.15. And out of that 15 cents, they run their businesses. They pay for their buildings, their electricity, their overhead, their everything. Follow me? So when you say to a business person, well, there's no inventory and there's no this, it doesn't compute. So what you want to say is, listen, what would you have to do to add an additional 5, 10% to your bottom line? What would you have to do to add an additional 10% net profit to your bottom line? How much additional business would you have to do? Now, if somebody's doing only 10% in profit, net profit means after expenses, the number gets pretty staggering. So what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to understand business here for just a second. When you get done at the end of the month, when you spend all of your money, whatever you have left in the bank to put in savings, that's your net profit. How much net profit do you have every month? What is it? It's a government agency. Anyways, it's the one that tracks what do you call it? The retirement funds money. Anyways, I can't think of it for right now. Anyways, so you can tell this is live. That retirement, the Department of the United States, where you get your Social Security. Social Security says, I knew I'd figure it out. I'm getting close to it. I guess that's why I couldn't remember. Social Security says the average American spends 103% of their income. Last I checked, that means nobody has any money left over at the end of the month. You have no profit. You're operating on credit. So here's why I'm saying all of this. What if they could add an extra 4 or 5% to their bottom line in profit, pure profit? That's what network marketing does. If you have a business conversation with a business owner, it would be foolish for them not to share and add 4 to 5% profit to their bottom line. The challenge is most people don't talk to them about profit. They talk to them about their contacts. So let me go through the CQCE formula. Clarify, qualify, create expectation. Let's take the business owner we were just talking about. Hey, listen, let me ask you, Sean. I want to clarify something. I was having a conversation with some of my other business partners, and they had an idea that maybe you operate on 30% net profit. 30, 35, 20, 25, 30% net profit. Is that about right? Most companies are about 10% net profit, and that would still be good. Gee, and you might hear something, so pay attention to what you hear. You might hear something in that sounds like, I wish. Well, if you had to ballpark it. Now, again, you may know this person. I doubt you're going to be able to have this conversation with somebody unless they consider you a business guru. But if somebody you know, could be a landscape owner, could be somebody who owns a garden, a lawn care service, a landscape contractor. Let's say it's 10%. Ask them, if you could add another 10% to your business, what would you have to do? If you could take that 10% and go to 20%, what would you have to invest in your business? Follow me on this. You're clarifying what it's going to take for them to grow their profit by 10%. So what's the easiest way to grow their profit? Increase their price or cut their expenses. Those are really the only two ways you can increase your profit. Because if you did more work, you'd still be at 10% gross or net profit, 10% net profit. You follow me? So you're literally asking a business model question. What would you have to do to increase? What would you have to invest in to add 10% more net profit? Net, keyword being net profit to your business. Some would say, I have no idea. If I could show you a way to do that, would you want to do it without adding any additional cost to your overhead? If I could increase your profit by 10% without you having to invest in additional capital money, would you want to hear more? Yeah, I don't know how you're going to do it. That's my responsibility to prove it to you, to show you how it can be done. My question is, I want to clarify, do you want to do it? There's a little bit of confidence that comes with this. The reality is when we get through the end of this, you'll understand why I have the confidence, why I can feel so confident that even if I don't know your business, I know you can do this. Yes, I would want to do it. Great. What would 10% profit look like in a year? Is that 20,000? Is it 30,000? Is it 50,000? Is it 100,000? What's that annual profit number? Give me a ballpark. Still clarifying. It's 100 grand. Awesome. I don't know that we could do that this year. Based upon your time schedule, I don't know that we could do that. Based upon your contacts, might be possible, but I don't know that we could do it based on your contacts. If we could only add 50,000 this year, would that be okay? Net profit to your bottom line. Yeah, that'd be great. Awesome. What if you could open up your own blank? That's your business model. Mine would be your own wellness institute that would help people with their brains. What if you could help people with cognitive issues? What if there was a way you could tap into the market of athletes operating at their highest level of performance? What if you could tap into a business model where women could use a product and have more muscle retention, some weight loss, and better clarity, and deal with daily stress? If you could find a business model that was kind of an Amazon model, online, they point and click and they send you a check, that's what we're talking about here. Is Amazon a pyramid? I think so. Bezos is one of the richest people in the world. I know some people who actually pack the boxes for Amazon. They are not the richest people in the world, and there's a lot of them doing all of that effort. So now the question is are you willing to understand and learn and comprehend and leverage a new business model? See, the clarify is you get to ask a lot of questions. See, when you're clarifying, you're not getting rejected. Did you hear that? When you're clarifying, you're not getting rejected. Qualifying, now you're saying, do you qualify to take advantage of this business model? Because the first second somebody poo-poos it, I'm like, guess you don't qualify. Think about this for just a moment. You're going to add 50K, 10K. You're going to add 10K profit. If they're making 100K, follow me on this. If they're making $100,000 and you were able to show them a way to create $10,000 a year, just a year, that's a little over $1,000 a month, not quite $1,000 a month, $800 extra a month in cash. Profit. Isn't that a 10% growth in their business model? They didn't do one more penny of revenue. They didn't add one more employee. They didn't cut anybody. And yet you gave them a 10% increase in their profit. I'm sorry, but when you get to this level of comprehension, I don't know how you could feel uncomfortable about your business model. So, now, qualify. Yeah, I want to do that. Great. What will you do to ensure its success? I'm going to be working with you, but what are you going to do? This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. There are fundamentals. There are KPIs, key productive indicators. KPIs, yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, KPIs, key productive. My mind. So, We got those. And now the create expectation. So month one, it doesn't happen. You might get busy. This happens. Something happens. It doesn't happen. We don't make the $900 this month. You willing to stick it out for month 2 and month 3? Because the business model works. How do I know the business model works? Because the company's over 2 years old. 80% of companies fail in the first 2 years. At the end of 5 years, only 2% of the companies are left. Company's 6 years old. You okay? You ready? So the business model works. We may have to tweak some things, but are you willing to stick it out for 3 months, 6 months to make sure that it works? Because you're really not spending anything to get a 10% increase in your company's profit. Now, it may not go to your company. It may just go to you in your cash pocket. So now you create the expectation. The clarifying, you get to ask any question you want. The challenge is maybe you haven't practiced asking these questions. So if you want to have some conversation about asking the questions on the Wednesday night conversation, ask. Say, hey, listen, I want to talk specifically about the clarifying questions in the CQCE formula. And then the create expectations. If it works, how do you feel? And if it works for somebody else and you choose not to use it, how would you feel? Does that work? Does that help? It's good stuff. I just want you to feel comfortable that you've made good decisions to be a part of this industry and to be a part of this community. So I appreciate you. I love you bunches. I'm your head misfit, Sean Murphy, with the CQCE Formula. I'll see you where? At the next event. Till then, bye for now.